Good afternoon, farmers. Welcome to Orbit Farm. I'd like to thank all those people who have subscribed to the channel and all those people who are watching our videos and giving us the like button. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled. And also to those people who comment on the videos that I make. It gives me a lot of confidence to try and give out as much more information as possible and to share as much as possible my story here at the farm. But this is also now a story whereby I've had about 6 people who have asked me and requested me to give them a review of certain aspects about farming in Zimbabwe. Everyone says I quit my job and I started farming. In Zimbabwe, I would say don't quit your job and start farming, because if you do not have the capital to do it, you are not going to get far in farming. Why do I say so? It's because there's so many challenges that we face as farmers, even in a smallholder farming. But this is also an opportunity for me to tell those people who want to do farming how to get into farming. Now, how do we get into farming? First and foremost, first thing I would say, do your research. What do you enjoy doing? What do you like? What animals do you enjoy? What do you want to raise? If you're in Zimbabwe, then it's easy because you're able to move between where you're farming and staying at your permanent job. But if you're outside the country, like those people who are mainly in the UK who really want to do farming here, it is very challenging to do horticulture. There, I do not want to lie to you, it is very hard. A person tells you you have got someone who you're saying that you trust in Zimbabwe, and you give them, they say to you, give us money to buy inputs. You're not there to see for sure that those inputs have been bought. At the end of the day, he tells you have only managed to get 5 or 6 kgs. There is no way you can complain with that person, because the person is here, you are outside the country. So normally what I'm now trying to tell people who are outside the country, do things which are more on the animal husbandry side. And when I say animal husbandry, do things which are big, which you can actually see and physically see. What you do, first things that I would advise people who are outside the country who want to invest in Zimbabwe. First, find your farm. If you have small holder plots, trust me, it's going to be very difficult for you to say I've quit my job and I've started farming. Reasons being, this lifestyle does not produce enough revenue for you to be able to sustain yourself. So it is not the easiest way to live. But if you're a person who's holding a small holder farm, I would advise 2 projects. One, either do cattle. Why? You're outside the country, the person tells you, I've bought for you 5 cattle. You tell that person, please take pictures, take videos of those cattle so I can see them. Once you have seen those cattle, then you have an absolutely understanding that these are the cows that I have. Make sure the person takes nice pictures so that you can actually see. Every month you tell the person, please go to the farm and take cows, so that the person does not tell you that the cows have died. If the cow dies, please tell them that before they even throw it and discard it, they must inform you. They must go to a vet for a vet to come through to the farm to make sure that there is a vet certificate for sure that that cow has died due to circumstances. Why? Is because I see a lot of people who want to farm and are being let down by those people who are outside the country and by those who are inside the country, because they do not have the interest that you have who's outside the country. You who's outside the country, your plan is to come to Zimbabwe and to settle, whilst their plan is that they really don't care. So that is one industry. Second industry that does well is to do goats. Right now, there is so much talk about indigenous goats and these Boer goats. There's so many breeds of goats. The Boer goats really do well, as in they become big carcasses, but the capital injection that you put into those Boer goats, especially if you're going to go do the Boer goats, is going to be high due to the fact that the prices for a Boer goat, you're not looking at less than $200 for at least a pure breed. $200 plus. That's the cheapest that you will get. So therefore, doing goats means that you've got to look for the money to do the goats. Now, another industry that I would say is also very lucrative is the pigs. But the pigs really need you to be here. So chicken, also you need to be here, because a person who tells you, the chickens have died, and for sure chickens die every day, you're going to get a heart attack being told that the chickens have died nearly every day. Like the broilers, the road runners, the hirelings. So those people who really want to start farming outside the country, the first and foremost advice, if you have the land, make sure that the first thing you just do is cows. Cows are easy. The injections, the medications that you need will be standard. You need, in Zimbabwe we call it deep to deber, so that you make sure that they don't get ticks. Secondly, another chemicals, and the other thing is that you need a deworming chemical, so that for when they eat and they're dewormed once in a while. You need a few medication, and then obviously as you get on, you should read up on whatever business you want to do. So my advice to those people who want to do farming in Zimbabwe, please don't quit your job yet. Please make sure that you have the infrastructures first before you start farming. So the first thing I'm saying on part 1 of this, do not quit your job and start farming. First put the infrastructures and then start farming. Thank you very much.